let's jump right in. This is my IRL setup, my backpack and my whole entire setup. And I mean, it's a Louis bag, which is pretty sweet. And yeah, I guess it's kind of a flex, but it's very lightweight, and it's a bag that I had before I set this whole thing up, and it ends up working really well, and you'll see why. The star of the show, the star of the show is what's inside here. So I use a LiveU Solo Pro, and I'm going to pull this out so you guys can see it. This is essentially, guys, what iShowSpeed uses. And so let's jump right in. It's a little tied up, so I can tie this bag up so it's really snug. There we go. You can see it's a big open bag inside that could just really do what I want with it. The star of the show is this right here, the LiveU Solo Pro. So this just permanently resides in there. I never take it out. It's always plugged in, and I got, as you can see, I got cables going to it. It's pretty, here, I can kind of crack this open a little bit here for you guys. You could see the LiveU sits right in there. It's a small unit, so you can see this is my hand, and my hand pretty much, I have big hands, but my hand pretty much covers the whole unit. The whole unit is just like about that big. Basically, this unit sits inside here. There's an HDMI coming into the unit from the FX3. So it's I have an FX3 Sony. It's a video cinema camera. This thing is ideal because it won't overheat, because it has built-in fans, and it's just the king of video. But the HDMI comes out from the camera, and it goes through and into the LiveU Solo. And the LiveU Solo, the only other thing I got to connect to it or remember to keep connected to it is the USB-C charging. And that brings us to this guy. And so this is the Anker kind of a brick charger that I have. There's like 3 different sizes of this. I'll put links to this stuff in the description, guys. But this is the Anker. It's the largest of their, I think, 3 models like this that they offer. You hit this button here and it shows you what the percentage is. You're looking at this right now. It says 37%. And 37% is literally after 2 hours of streaming. And if you look on this charger, I have 2 USB-Cs connected. One goes to the camera to keep that fully charged the whole time, and one goes to the Solo Pro. So I'm going to put this back in the bag. So that's just sitting. The bag is pretty sweet. It's a great setup because look, it has a great pocket here just for this. So this just goes and sits in that pocket on its own, separate from the LiveU Solo. And the USB-C goes from there into the side of the LiveU Solo. And then there's an HDMI cable that goes to the camera. So I'll put this LiveU Solo back. But first I'll show you one other thing. On this side, I have this thing tied up real snug so that it doesn't move. And I'm not really going to take it out because there's not much to see. I've shown you guys an unboxing of this thing. So, I mean, I guess I'm kind of taking it out now, but here, I'll just open this up for you guys a little bit so you can see what the heck is going on. But I did an unboxing already, and I kind of showed you guys somewhat of a setup so you could see what it is I'm doing with it. But here is the LiveU Solo in all its glory. Actually, I'm just now going to fully open it up for you guys. So there it is right there. So that's the whole unit. It's strapped in there. It's got USB-C going right here. It's got an HDMI going in right there, and it's got a little bracket that I have that's holding the HDMI so this doesn't get damaged, because I don't want the unit to get the HDMI port on this to get damaged, because I'm not gonna want to send this back to get repaired. So I did go and buy this extra bracket. You can buy it on, there's an IRL website that you can buy it. I'll put a link to that as well. So you got the USB-C going in here. You got the HDMI going in here and plugging in right there. And then here you got one set of modems, and here you got another set of modems. What does that mean? You got 4 different SIM cards going into this. So you got 2 modems right here, 1 and 2. This is what they look like. This is one modem. This is a second modem. And then on this side, you got another 2, 3, and 4. So you have 4 modems plugged in to this LiveU Solo Pro. And so I'm getting basically, when I go out with this thing, I'm getting 4 SIM card signals worth of transmission being sent to my streaming software, which then sends that out to YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, you name it. So all of them. So anyway, I keep this nice and tight like this. I'm gonna have to put this back when I'm done, but I keep this nice and tight. You have this opening. So once you get the pull, you know, if you're gonna get this thing, if you keep it nice and snug and done, you never have to touch these modems again. They're just connected with those cables I already showed you. You open this up, you just hit this button right here. The thing starts to fire up, and it's basically gonna turn on, and it's gonna connect to the SIM card modems. It's gonna get the signals from your Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and so that's 3, and then it'll like double up on one of them. So you'll have like maybe 2 Verizon, 1 T-Mobile, and 1 AT&T, or 2 AT&T, 1 Verizon, you know, 1 T-Mobile. You get the point. So that's what happens right now. It's saying that it's offline. I'm not going to do a whole technical thing, guys, on this. You know, I've done some of them. There's guys have done it, but this is not a technical video. This is just showing you my setup. But you could see it's offline, and then it's in any moment now it's going to connect those modems, and this will be ready. But the camera's not turned on. So until I turn this camera on, watch this. Here, let's turn on the FX3. So now as soon as I turn, okay, so now it says ready. So if you look here, guys, it says ready. So it's connected to the modems, and now the camera is turned on. And so the signal's coming from the camera to here. That's gonna now say, so now that red thing went away, and now you're seeing the picture of my camera. So if I go like this, you could see my hand in this little area here, shows you that your camera's ready. So it says ready. That means it's connected to the internet via the 4 modems. Then up here, it's telling you what kind of signal it's getting from your camera, 2160. So that's a 4K output coming from my HDMI from the FX3. And I'm going to show you guys the FX3 in a sec, the lens and all that stuff, because it's a good setup. It's ideal if you guys are going to do this. Now, I'm going to show you guys how this looks. So this is what it's getting right now in my office, in my house. So when I click this button, so now it's going to show us, it shows us interfaces, which are the modems, and whatever, even if you have Wi-Fi connected, which I don't, I almost never do. So I just clicked on that, and you could see here that there are, in my case, I have 3 Verizons and 1 T-Mobile right now that I'm running off of. And so with that, if I hit stream, I'd be streaming via all 4 of those modems, and I'm getting full bars, as you can see, on all of those modems. Hopefully that's clear to you guys, and you can see that all I got to do now is hit play, and I'm streaming. So, and then you just hold this button and it turns off. You got to hold it down, and it just, boom, now it's shutting down. So that's the LiveU Solo. It's just connected with that. Once you got the modem set up and you're paying your monthly dues for your modems, you're rocking and rolling. You don't have to touch anything. You're done. You just make sure you got a battery connected to it. This will run without a USB-C or any kind of battery connected to it. It'll run on its own battery for like an hour. The camera less, in my experience. And I'm doing 4K, so who knows, whatever your settings might be, your mileage may vary. But when I connect this brick charger from Anker, I get about, I did, so just so you guys saw, you guys can see what's left here. It's at 30, this brick is at 37%. And that's after I did 1 hour and 50 minutes of live streaming. And here's the video. I'm going to give you guys a quick, before I get to the camera, I'm going to show you a quick glance at the video. So if I go here, you can see this is 1 hour and 50, call it 2 hours of video. After 2 hours of video with this kit, so I'll show you in just a sec, but after 2 hours of video with this camera and the LiveU Solo running nonstop in the California sun, call it 80-ish degrees, maybe 85. We're by the beach, so it was a hot day, but it was by the beach, so it's kind of cooler, 80, 85. Fans were going blasting on the LiveU Solo in my backpack. I can't hear it. It's just in there doing its thing. It's not even that hot. I don't feel it, but it inside here was kind of hot. This is running. Fans are always running. We're in the heat. And so after 2 hours, I started with the camera at 100%. I started with LiveU Solo at 100%. And I started with the brick at 100%. And after 2 hours, these are both still at 100%. So the camera and the LiveU Solo at 100%, and the brick is at 37. So I'll let you guys do the math on that. My guess is I could have gone, that's 2 hours. I probably could have gone another hour and still had full charge on these, or close to. So my guess is I could probably do close to 4 hours. So if I did 2 hours and these are still full, and this is at 37%, I could probably do a third hour. This will be done. And then these guys will be running. I'll call it 4 hours, maybe less. Okay. So that's what it is. Let me put the battery back in again. Okay. Battery's back in. And then here's a quick glance at the video, just so you can see how clear it is. This is my channel. I do a bunch of live streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and everywhere else if you want to check it out. Let me hit play for you. So I'm walking around. I'm going to mute this real quick. I'm hearing it in my ear. Let me just turn it down. I'm moving around a lot. I'm by myself doing this, so so you could see how this looks. It's very clean, super clean. This is bright sun, and I'm not even using a filter, an ND filter. I don't even have a UV filter on my lens. I'm literally walking around with a bare lens. I mean, I call it bare lens, but normally someone will have, in this, look at the sun. You could see there's lens flare from the sun in that picture you just saw. And I'm just walking around, manhandling my camera, just holding it in my hand and talking to people, following people around and chatting with them. Look at this. I'm like, I'm right in the mix here. So you can see how it is. Let me forward to some other spots. You can just kind of see what that looks like. Here's me talking to some kids. I mean, I call them kids, but they're younger. And here's some guy I'm filming right in the sun. This is a very, very clear signal, guys. Look, this guy is like perfectly clear. I'm doing 2K on YouTube. So that's what you're looking at, is 2K video. That's being put on my OBS, and I'm live streaming that to you now. So the quality would be much better if you go look at my YouTube channel. I think it would be better if you look at that instead. Anyway, you can check out my videos, my live streams, and see what everything looks like. That's the video. I'll hit stop. And let's go back to the equipment. So that's what you just saw in the video, was this. And I literally just took it out of this. I recorded this yesterday. I actually recorded this yesterday, and it was published, and I didn't take anything out of the bag or do anything with this yet. All I would actually really do, if I want to go live stream right now with this unit, all I got to do, take this brick out and charge it and put it back. Literally, that's it. And take the brick out, put on the charger, which Anker, with this kit, you can get the fast charger. This is the Anker fast charger. This right here, literally, just watch this. It's magnetic, and it charges super fast. It's at 36%. Bam, I'll put it on there like that. I want to take these off. All right. And I'm just going to leave that right there on the charger while I'm talking to you guys. And we'll check it out in 1 second when I'm done with this and I'm about to finish the video. And we'll see how fast that charged. That's all I'm going to do. I don't even take this out or nothing. I don't have to do any of this stuff. All I have to do is maybe wipe my lens down after 2 hours of being out in the, Newport Beach. Might have a little dust. Other than that, I might take the mic off and put it in this smaller zip in this bag right here. By the way, guys, if you're curious, this is the Louis, kind of like a bucket bag, but the biggest version they make. There's like 3 different sizes. And then this just opens up. There's 1 zip here. The beauty of this bag is the simplicity, and it's lightweight, and it's real leather. It's not the canvas one. It's the actual leather one. So it's confusing. People are looking at the square ones and stuff. Those are canvas. They're not real leather. They're real Louis. They're just not real leather. They're made from canvas. This is literally leather. I bought this in Italy my last trip in Milan when I was there. And I had this before I knew I was going to use it for live streaming. I actually used a different bag that had more zips and stuff, and I got tired of, walking around trying to remember what zip is what, if I needed something out of it or if I had to adjust something. Last time I was out, my HDMI cable was faulty. After doing a bunch of live streams and moving these cameras around, and this wire right here, this is the HDMI going in, this went bad right here somewhere. So I would wiggle. The wire was fine until I wiggled right here, and then the image would go in and out, and so my LiveU wouldn't be publishing, or I wouldn't be submitting it because there's no video. So anyway, so this is that. Let me put the bag down. Let me move the Solo down here. This is the camera, guys. You probably know this camera. If you don't, this is the FX3. It's the king of all cinema cameras. Obviously depends who you ask, but this is just a beast. It's easy to use. It does the job. It's high quality image, and it does not overheat. It has fans built in, and I hate cages, guys, but I had to do a cage. If you guys know of a way that I could secure, if you look at this, the reason I did a cage is to secure the HDMI cable, because I don't want my connection, my HDMI connection, my port on my camera to go bad, because I don't want to send this in and wait for it to come back. I don't have the time for that, and I don't have the patience. I'll lose my mind. I'll probably end up buying a camera and then buying a new one of these, sending this out, getting it serviced, getting it back, and then trading it in for something else or selling it to someone. So, anyway, so if you see this little clamp right here, watch. You see that? This right here clamps down on this HDMI right here. This is the HDMI right here. This right here clamps down on it, and so now this cable's mounted into the camera. When I wiggle the wire, I'm not playing with the port on the inside. So I had to get a cage for that. This is a SmallRig cage. Okay, it's the full SmallRig Hawk cage, they call it. You could put your hand in here and hold the camera like this if you wanted to. So this is a Sony FX3 full frame sensor camera with the fan, because it's a cinema camera. It's got the I have the power lens on it, so I'm just is it on right now? It is on right now. And here, I'll just turn this around. I normally would be doing this live stream with this camera, but I'm doing it right now with the ZV-1 Mark M. I'm sorry, ZV-1 Mark II is what we're streaming on right now, which I would not be doing that normally. Anyway, you could see here, I could zoom in and out with this rocker. So you look at my screen right here, you could see that. So when I turn this, you see how it's zooming in all that way and zooming all the way out. So this is, guys, it's a 16 millimeter, 16 to 35. So if you're streaming, this is I think a better lens than what iShowSpeed is using. And I say that because they showed on YouTube what they use. They use this exact setup. They use their own bag. His camera guy holds his bag, but he uses an FX3 with the LiveU Solo Pro, and then he uses this. He uses a 16 to 35 lens. However, it's not the power zoom lens. It's the lens that's like triple the price of this, and it's this much. It's like this much bigger, and it's a little wider, and it's heavier. And even if I had a camera guy, I still would rather have this lens. Why? Because this is a power zoom. That lens goes from 16 millimeter, which is wide, which is what you want. So you guys know, it's a 16 to 35. So I can be at 16 millimeters and have wide angle, which is what you're seeing on all these videos that I just showed you. This is a wide shot. All of this is wide. At some points, you'll see I'll zoom in. And the beauty is when I zoom in, I can totally zoom in and not worry about like going like this and doing a zoom like this. You can see my thing here. You know, I don't need to do this while I'm walking around. I could literally hold the camera I hold the camera like this, and then I just with my finger do this zoom right here. So this camera has that because it's Sony Cinema line, and if you pair it with a power zoom lens like this, it'll work with this. It's called the zoom rocker right here. You could also do it here, or you could also do it with this little toggle kind of a thing right there. The downside of this lens is the widest aperture is f4, whereas the one that iShowSpeed uses is goes down to like 1.6 or 1.4 or 1.8. The only thing that doesn't make any sense, guys, is that when you're live streaming, you don't want to have a smaller aperture. So just if you want to save your money, buy a lens that has, these are high quality Sony. This is a G lens, not a G Master. It's a G lens. Theirs is a G Master, so it's like $2,500. This lens was like $1,300. So actually, this is about half of that price, not a third. But you don't want f1.8 or f1.6 because when you have a very, very open aperture, that's good for nighttime shooting, but even this will work at nighttime. But what happens when you go to a wide aperture, your whole background is blurred out. And the problem with having your background blurred out is if I'm live streaming and you're watching my live stream, you want to see my background. You're not watching my live stream just to see me. I mean, that's the major part of it, of course, or just to see the other people that are like in the live stream. You want to see the background. So I'll show you this again. Like you want to see this guy and the cars, and like we're standing there talking to people, and you could see the cars coming around. You could see the restaurants, the bars. Look at this. You could see the whole background. You can see the ocean back there. So I gotta hurry up and call it because this ZM is gonna overheat. So it's the ZM Mark II. It's not the perfect stream. It'll stream, but not for as long as I like to go on my streams. So anyway, I don't need a camera. I don't need a lens that goes lower than f4. I'm almost never in f4. Almost never. I'm always like f. You could see my last setting right here. Let me go to the screen so you can see it. So this is the aperture right here, and look where I'm at. I'm one click away from the smallest aperture, and this is the model number of this lens. It's a 16 to 35G. PZ stands for power zoom. F4 is the lowest aperture it goes. If I wanted to, I could take this all the way down to F4, and what that does is it opens and closes the aperture on the inside. You can't see it on this lens, but that's what it's doing. I can kind of try to show you the inside of the lens. Oh yeah, you could see it in the very, very, very center of the lens. So right now this is f4, the widest it goes, and now when I go like this, you can see that center just close up. You see that very center of it's like a star. Let me see if it zooms, if it can focus on that. Anyway, there's open, there's closed. So I'm never on even close to f4. So there's no reason to have even f2 or f1.8. And another major reason why is if you're in the sun, if you're in the California sun or you're anywhere in the daytime, being at f2 or f4 even is too bright. It completely blows out and you're white. You would need a filter on here, an ND filter that darkens it because of your f-stop. So that's one reason. And the other reason is for clarity. People want to see the back. Right now, you could look behind me. I don't do low f-stops because of this. Like right now, you could see that fish tank behind me and it's cool. Right now, you could see that fish tank and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Even though my beta is down here acting like he's like asleep right now. But it's cool. You could see this. This is a little eco tank with another guppy in it. You could kind of see what's going on in there because of that. And this ZV-1 Mark II is actually at a low f-stop. If I correct it, it'll be even brighter. Anyway, that's the camera setup. This is a Ulanzi. This is the metal, you know, tripod, little tabletop tripod or whatever they call that. And I just grab this like this and I'm rolling. And if I want to go extend it, I can extend it a little bit. This gets top heavy and annoying to hold it like this. So the majority of the time it's like here. And then I just set it down if I ever want to, which I almost never do. I'm just holding it all the time. I got a SmallRig Hawk cage just because of these places where it clamps down on the HDMI and it clamps down on the USB-C cable. Otherwise, I will ditch this case in a heartbeat, this cage, because I don't need the weight. I go as lightweight as I can, but I want to have a badass camera. So I have a good camera, lightweight rig. If you guys know of a way to clamp down on these cables without a full cage, let me know. This, guys, was a game changer. This right here is a Sony microphone. And the model is I'll put it in the description, but it lets you do, if you look at the back, this is where it takes the sound. Let me unlock it. You see the white dot at the, oh, that's locked now. Let me see the white dot at the top right there that I just moved. That tells you that it's going to record sound only from the front of the mic. So if I'm holding the camera, it'll only get stuff in the front, but I keep it. You can also do front and rear because I'm holding the camera looking at people and I'm behind the camera talking to people. So you want it to get my voice and the people's voice that I'm talking to. I don't even care about that. I just put it on all the way around like that. So it's right here on this setting right here on this complete circle, and it just records 360 degrees around. And here's what it looks like without the fluff thing. But I always have this fluff thing on there because of wind. It's just always needed. And I keep it on noise cancel, and this slides on. Doesn't need a cable because it's part of the Sony system. No cables needed. You're rocking and rolling. You're chilling. It does automatic volume up and down, so it picks the perfect volume all the time for you. I never once have to think about sound. I put this on, I walk around, I don't think about sound. It's done. Game changer. It's like the B1 1M or something. I'll put this thing in the description. But guys, this is the whole setup. Camera, FX3, lens. It's a 16 to 35 power zoom, f4. It's a $1,300 lens. The camera's like $4,500 or $4,000 or something. I don't remember. Ulanzi, you got to do it. You need extra cables. So I told you guys I had a damaged cable when I went out one day and I had to not do it and go back the next day. Take an extra HDMI, take an extra USB, always with you. Have a way to hold your stuff tight so you don't damage your camera ports. And then get a LiveU Solo Pro. If you want to go next level, this is the way to do it. This is the unit, guys, right here. Boom. Right there. You're looking at it, right? That's the whole unit right there. USB-C, HDMI, 2 modems going in from the sides, and you're done. It's got a little screen. And in my case, I got myself a crazy-ass Louis bag that I had from before from about a year ago. So I'm just using that. I love it. And hey, it's you know, it's cool looking bag while I'm out streaming. So guys, there you have it. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Oh, we're gonna check this thing. Let's check this thing out right here. So it's now at 65%. So within that short period of time that we're doing this, less than 30 minutes, this is already 65%. Only thing I have to ever worry about, guys, is this. Oh, and one other thing I'm going to tell you guys, the way you stream, the way I like to stream software wise with my software that I use, you have the LiveU connected and you have the LiveU pointing towards whatever software you're going to use to then point to YouTube and whatever, Twitch and wherever else you want. So LiveU has its own thing. When you turn this on, you gotta set that up and tell it where you want it to go. I have mine set up to go to what's called IRL Toolkit. And I'm on that actually right now. Whenever I stream anywhere, even when I do it from my computer, I stream with IRL Toolkit. Dude, I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not making any money on YouTube. This is all fun and games for me for now. You guys want to pay me? I'm not allergic to money. So LiveU Solo has its own software. You connect it, it's all done. You don't have to think about it. When I turn this on and hit play, it's sending the signal to IRL Toolkit. I have a server on IRL Toolkit that I pay for. When you sign up, that's what you get. And that server, I have it set up to send now my video out to, if I want, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, Kick, you name it, anywhere you want. And that's what I do. And that's how I do it. So, and I can use that has a system you can just use with your cell phone. You go on the browser on your phone, you log in, you turn on your server, you go live, boom. And you can have screens set up on there. So if you do have down, like let's say something happens to my camera, I didn't even know about it, it just went down, or this thing completely I went into an elevator and it doesn't work. It'll do like a, coming soon, or it'll do a poor connection screen until you come back up. And that's a huge savior. So there's that. That's IRL Toolkit is the king of that right now for me. I've tested other ones and that's the best one. So check that out. And then you'll be streaming, you'll be up and running. So guys, thanks again. And that was a quick rundown of my current awesome, badass IRL backpack setup that I have going right now. So thank you guys, and I'll catch you guys